All right, what's up, guys? Boston John here. I'm reminded of a story as I'm listening to this song on YouTube. Little Troy, fucking talking about sitting fat down south, whatever. So me and a buddy of mine years ago in Southwest Virginia, we used to work at the same restaurant, and so here, it's quick story, short version. This is hilarious. This is the kind of type of guy I was in my early mid 20s. So he was a kitchen supervisor. I was opening up the floor to wait tables that day. So we were roommates. So we blaze up. We just get fucking, it's college years, we get smash high. And we walk down the street to go to work together, right? So we get there, everything's cool. But at this point, we're in the middle of lunch rush. I have not met the general manager yet. So this particular guy, he shows up that day. And I got my hands full of dishes, and I'm coming from the floor to try to put in the dish room. I gotta run checks out to the tables, and he stops me and he's like, "Hey, how are you? You're John, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, hey, how are you?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I'm so and so. I'm the general manager." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you." I said, "Sorry, I would shake your hand. My hands are full." And he's like, "No worries." He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I was like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm good." He's like, "Your eyes are a little red." He's like, "Are you sick?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine." He's like, "Are you tired?" And I was like, "No, I'm a little high, but everything's all right, man. I just gotta dump this off and run checks out to 31, 32, 34, and 41." And he's like, "Wait, a minute, what?" I said, "I gotta dump the." I said, "Let me dump these real quick." And I like sidestepped him, dropped the dishes in the dish room. And I didn't drop them on the floor, but I dropped them off in the dish room. I go grab the checks, and he's like, "Did I hear you say you have 41?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why do you have 41? That's not your section." I was like, "Well, whoever's working it couldn't handle it, so the other manager asked me to grab it real quick." And he's like, "Oh," I said, "Well, dude, let me run these out. I'm sorry, I hate to, how." So I go run the checks out, come back around. So then lunch is over. I'm going to cash out, and he was kind of like, this guy just told me he was hot. What the fuck? And then I like just completely side angled him. Just, "Dude, I gotta do shit, man. Hang on, give me a minute. Let me take care of some business here." So I did all that. So I'm cashing out with him in the office, and he's like, "Close the door, please." So I close the door, and he's like, "This is funny as shit." He's like, "What the fuck did he ask me?" He's like, are you sick or were you really high? Like, were you being honest with me?" And I was like, "Oh no, dude, I was being completely fucking honest, like straightforward. I'm high as shit." I said, "I'm still a little buzzed right now. I just want to cash out, go home. I ain't got to work tonight. I'm trying to get some time in on the PS." And he's like, "Do you do this on a regular basis?" And I was like, "Yeah, but I was told that you guys don't drug test, so what's the issue?" So he was like, "Oh my God." We ended up being pretty decent friends for a long time while I worked there. But another story about him, same guy, same general manager. This chick that was working in that same restaurant, she had slipped in the kitchen on a wet floor and broke her arm. So she breaks her arm, and then of course there wasn't a wet floor sign. So she applied for workers' compensation, obviously, workers' comp. And she got it. So they didn't, what? Motherfucker, hang on, let me let the dog out. This dude's such a little bitch, man. Sorry, I'm trying to let this motherfucker out, man. Why are you being such a little... Look at this dude. Fucking crybaby. Anyway. So she slips and breaks her arm. She applies for workers' compensation. And she gets it. So then they went on this huge fucking, non-slip shoe kick, right? All the restaurants did it. Shoes for crews and all that shit. So let me get a little more... I got a cold, so let me get a little more bourbon and coffee in me real quick. Nice. So this goes on. So they're making everybody buy shoes. And I'm like, I tell them, I said, "Dude, the company wants me to have shoes. They can pay for the shoes. I don't need the shoes. I don't slip and fall and bust my ass like a fucking idiot. Somebody, if you want me to have the shoes, then you got to buy the shoes. I buy the shoes I want. I don't want those shoes. I already got shoes, right?" And I was like straight being a dick about it. Like, "Dude, I'm not paying for the fucking shoes." So eventually the GM, he tries to crack a deal with me. He's like, "Dude, I'll give you half off. Like, the company will pay 50%. He's paying 25% for a belt of shit. We'll pay 50% to order the shoes." I said, "Dude, no, you have to pay for them. I'm not paying for the fucking shoes. I don't give a fuck." So eventually it's dinner time. No, it's lunchtime again, another lunch rush, and I'm waiting tables to stay again. And the fucking, the regional manager's in town as well. So at the end of lunch, I'm like getting all my receipts straight, running my reports and all that shit. And they try to embarrass me and corner me in front of all the rest of the staff, right? Big fucking mistake, first of all. So they try to corner me. So he comes over, he slams a catalog down next to me, next to the computer. And he's like, all right, pick a pair of shoes right now or order them right now. And as he slams it there, I'm like, all right. So I put my reports down. I turn to him and I lean like a fucking asshole because that's how arrogant I used to be. So I lean over like an asshole, and I look at him with the regional manager right behind him. I said, "Let me ask you a question. Hypothetically, let's say that I'm at work and I slip and I fall and I break my ankle, and then I apply for workman's compensation." And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Don't I have to pass a drug test to be eligible to collect it?" His face was fucking priceless. He just goes. And the regional manager crossed his arms and he's like, "You know what? He has a really good point." So when I went and cashed out that day in the office, he and the regional guy were like, "Dude, just pick a pair of fucking shoes. We got it. Just don't tell anybody and just stop fucking being an asshole." Anyway, good times in the life of Boston John back in the early 20s, years old, whatever. Later.